Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading. Today is the 8th of June 2025. It's Sunday today. Happy Sunday, you guys. So Pisces, I've got this humongous big ass deck here and I'm going to be using this to open it up in a certain place and see what the messages are for you. And as I've cut it right here, it looks like there's going to be some kind of fast movement here. Fast energy, life kind of moving at a faster pace, whilst you, Pisces, on the other hand, are coming out as this Queen of Wands. Like, you don't have to do anything. It's like life is just going to start happening for you, because the Queen of Wands is somebody that's already taken action towards something, and now it's just about, you know, attracting. It's like they've planted the seed. You've already put the energy out there, the intention, and now things are going to start happening. And I feel like for June, July, it's going to be a faster pace of life. But I don't feel like that's with your work. I feel like, and as I said, work, look what came up. I feel like it's in other things, okay? So life, maybe fun, maybe having some fun, maybe a new relationship, just things happening, like coming to you because of all the hard work that you have done here. You may have some conflict at work at the moment, something that you're trying to avoid, Pisces. You're avoiding certain colleagues at work. I know how that feels. Why do you think I took the night shift? Why do you think I took the night shift, Pisces? Because I am a little bit of a loner. I get along with people for the most part. I'm very friendly. I treat everybody as I'd like to be treated myself. But when you get those kinds of toxic co-workers that there's no matter how nice to them you're being, or if you stand up to them, they're just still going to be an asshole. So yeah, there's people like that, and maybe bosses as well. So Pisces, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces fishes, let's see what your main messages are, even though I feel like I've hit on a few points there for some of you already. And look what I'm holding here, the Page of Cups. There could even be an offer coming towards you. So let's just give this a little bit more shuffling. Looks like you're moving away from something toxic. All right, here we go. Your life is taking a new direction, Pisces, is what I feel. Oh no, not a reunion with the fucking devil. Screw you. Oh no, look at the nudity involved. I need the marker pen. Hold on a second. Damn, Pisces, what the hell? Right, so we're going to have to see what this freaking reading is all about now. Let me just put some pants here. You can watch me. You can have fun. Right, I'm just going to put like some nicky-nacky news on her and a brassiere. There we go. And he can have like fucking full-on trousers. There we go. There's nothing wrong with the human form, and this is artwork, and I honestly don't understand why YouTube is so funny about that. When you've got women on YouTube with their tits hanging out, literally like their tits hanging out, and twerking and all of that stuff, and it just reminds me how upside down this world is, because you've got people who are like trying to save animals and help animals, and then they're showing the truth about what happens to animals, you know, but then that content either gets banned, or it's damaging, or, you know, it gets a lot of hate. But then you've got these videos where there's people having mukbangs and they're eating live baby animals and stuff, and yet that's okay. Or people that have just shown their hunt and kill and stuff like that, and yet that's allowed, and it's such a double standard, you know. Anyway, let's just see. I'm going in with another message for you, Pisces. So we do live in an upside down world for sure. All right, what is the main message for Pisces as I split the deck to begin this reading, please, Spirit? Give me Pisces energy, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher beings, for Pisces higher good. Okay, here we go. the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Pisces, there's something that you're doing or should be, or you're thinking about doing, where you're going to reach some great success. You're keeping this to yourself though. It could be spiritual work. Whatever this is, you're keeping this to yourself. You're not about to reveal an idea, a thought, or something that you may have set in motion here. So the King of Pentacles is all about sitting on that throne. If you look at the grapes on the King of Pentacles, moo or whatever the hell that is, dressing gown, I don't know. It's full of grapes, and grapes are really not easy to cultivate. So this is something that you have achieved, you put a lot of work in. But what I'm also getting here, Pisces, is as we lift this, there's somebody that regrets your silence, receiving your silence here. Because this King of Pentacles, whoever this is, they're in regret over a loss. And what I feel like they're in regret over, Pisces, is they chose somebody else. So they're receiving silence from you. And on the bottom of each deck, of each side, this is this person's energy, okay? And on the bottom of your side, this is your energy. You're loving and giving to yourself. And I feel like that could be your energy there with the Queen of Wands underneath too. But I do feel like somebody's in regret over a decision that they made that didn't work out. For some of you, it could mean that true love's coming in for you. But as for somebody here, they kind of were a little bit reckless in this connection with you, Pisces. I don't think they took it seriously. And then they may have gone off with another option. But like if you look at the dating scene nowadays, it's completely changed. And, you know, most men, I feel, not just women, but men as well. Men have got a lot to put up with too. Women do, but so do men. Women are acting like all they have to do is look good, and it will attract a man, and, you know, they'll be mean and cold. You've got this mean girl attitude, you've got this mean boy attitude. But I feel like the war between male and female it's becoming more fractious, it's becoming more divided, which is really sad, because men and women are supposed to be there for one another. But it's an outside job to destroy the sacred union between a man and a woman. And I feel like, you know, this social engineering, it's because we are being socially engineered to be, you know, hating this group of people, hating that group, you know, hating this person because they're not my same sex, not the same coloured skin, not the same religion, when really we should all be happy working together and accepting of one another, right? And I don't think that's too much to ask. So Pisces, let's go ahead and see what your messages are at this time. So the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Let's see what comes up. Got the High Priestess here, and we've got something moving fast here, okay? There's something you're getting on with. Something that you're doing. You're about to take action. Something that you may have started is now going to start moving rather quickly with that Chariot energy. Like I said, I am picking up a fast pace of energy coming in for Pisces. Even though you may feel like you want to slow down, the universe may have other plans for you, Pisces, I'm afraid to say. Right, give me messages for Pisces. What is it they need to know at this time? Queen of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles, very independent energy. The World, a new cycle. Okay, an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle. Now, whatever this end is and beginning, we'll see with the future energy. What is in the... Let me just pop this over here a bit and down. There we go. What is in the current energy for Pisces? Tell me about the present, please, Spirit. What is the present energy for Pisces? The Emperor. The center of the reading, you've got the Sun, Leo energy. The Emperor is Aries energy. The World is Capricorn. You have the Knight of Wands. I feel like this Knight of Wands energy could be you, Pisces, rushing around everywhere, doing a lot, getting busy with something. Oh, the Emperor fell in reverse. The Empress fell in reverse. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, and you've got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot about your money here. Something that you're doing, taking care of business. I see you taking care of a lot of other people too. I see you maybe dealing with a child or someone that's been childish and stubborn. I see that you are, even in the near future, there's something about being taken for granted here. And it could be something to do with at your work, or something that you're working towards, someone that you're working with. But there is this energy of somebody taking you for granted. You doing a lot for other people but neglecting yourself. Hopefully that will change. And on the bottom of the deck, Pisces, you've got the Three of Pentacles, collaboration, and the Page of Wands. So there could be a good news coming in that you don't see coming in yet. Something about working well, something that may work out well in your favor, whatever this message is. You've got the Two of Swords here, which is about, do I go this way? Do I go that way? There's a decision over two things that you are struggling with, and it all stems from an opportunity being handed to you. Something that you may need to think a lot about, or somebody that withdrew from you, or you withdrew from them. This person has had a lot of time to think about something. There's somebody that may be returning towards you here, Pisces, but let's just go in and clarify, okay? So, Pisces, tell me about the Queen of Swords. What is the Queen of Swords for Pisces? What is the Queen of Swords for Pisces? So there's something about you leaving your emotions to one side and dealing with business, dealing with facts and actual information, going in with your head. Yeah, there's something about you're judging something here with judgment. You're making a judgment call. Tell me more about judgment, Scorpio energy. For some of you, it could feel like you're being judged here. And it could be about a decision that you're making, or that you've made, or something that you're doing, something about a business, because the Queen of Swords is business like energy. But there's something that you're stressing about, that you've made a decision, a cold decision. Okay, you've got a message coming in, or an offer here. So tell me more about this Nine of Swords. What is the Nine of Swords for Pisces? There's something that I feel you tried to make happen here. You've got Gemini energy, Virgo. Something that you put a lot of thought into with that Queen of Swords, and you thought you realized what the right decision was to make, but there's something about, I don't know, you tried to make something happen here in the recent past, but it just left you tired, It took your energy away. You didn't sleep over this. So let's just see, what is the 9? What is the 9 of Pentacles for Pisces? Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles for Pisces. So there's something about you in the recent past, focusing on yourself, investing in yourself. It could be just taking care of your money, something that you're doing all by yourself. That was way too many. Hold on, I'm just going to pick one. There we go. Hierophant. So you've got Taurus energy here. There's something about spiritual work that you're doing in the recent past. Investing in yourself, learning your spiritual lessons. And there's an energy of, it's also this single energy and then commitment. So this could be something that you were trying to make happen here with a connection or somebody. There's something that you felt, or someone that you felt was worth fighting for here. But there's a sense of there being either drama in this, even though this was supposed to be happy and a soulmate connection and things were supposed to go according to plan, 11-11, on the right path, twin flame, if you believe in twin flame. People say, oh, 4 of Wands is a twin flame card. Twin flames is a concept that was completely invented in the 1970s. I think it was 1973. So the tarot's been going a lot longer than that. So these are just things that people like to make up. I do believe in soulmates. I believe that we have many. We have more than just one. We have soulmates that could be your children, your mother, your father, your friend, your sibling. But these are just relationships from your same soul group cluster, you know, your same soul tribe that you're supposed to work harmoniously with. Twin flame is just something that's completely made up to make up for an excuse of why do I love them so much, but why did they ghost me, and why did they run away, or why did they cheat on me, you know, oh, they're my soulmate, or they're my twin flame, blah, blah, blah. It's just completely made up. So I kind of like roll my eyes every time I see that concept of twin flames. But sometimes I say it just to keep the audience happy, but I just feel like sometimes I have to speak my truth about how I feel about it. But everybody has their own opinion, so that's fine. We're all living through a different lens, you know. What is the Hierophant with the 9 of Pentacles for Pisces? Something that was supposed to work. Something that was supposed to work. These two energies pouring into one another, temperance, and also something that was supposed to, well, something that was brought to you by the divine, by this angel, this angelic protection. And it could be that having a relationship with yourself, with the Hierophant, and giving to yourself. It's time for you to give to yourself, to nourish yourself, to focus on yourself, to heal yourself, to be in harmony with yourself. Because there's healing. There was still healing in the recent past. So what is the world? What is the world for Pisces? Capricorn energy. 5 of Swords, some kind of mind games were going on here. What is this? 5 of Swords. You're dealing with somebody that was kind of like narcissistic. Excuse me, whenever I hiccup, there's a reason. Narcissistic energy, somebody that loves to play games, to validate themselves, maybe because they're very insecure and they need their ego. Somebody that was very attractive, though. Well, this person was not good. Hence why the cycle was closed. Tell me more about this. 5 of Swords with the Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign. We've got Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn. We have Virgo. We have... Well, this is the past we're talking about, so that's what we have so far. Why is there someone wanting to fight for this? What is this energy? Protecting. Somebody that's trying to protect themselves, so they act like that. They acted like this towards you, Pisces. They played some kind of games. They were unfair. They avoided doing the right thing. They thought that all they had to do was show up looking good. But this person's very defensive. You can see that this person's got their protecting their heart here. This is somebody that's got some kind of PTSD from the past that now acts like this because of somebody that hurt them. And now they're out for vengeance against everyone and anyone. Doesn't matter who. This is somebody that's got a lot of issues, I would say. Got a lot of issues. Yeah, now this is somebody that is definitely regretting being out there. Being out there alone, realizing that they made a mistake. There's something about waiting for ships to come in. They could still be waiting to hear from you, or you could still be waiting to hear from this person. The one that breadcrumbed you here. The new person that came sweeping into your life and kind of left you out in the cold in the end, or you had to leave them out in the cold. So what is the Emperor? What is the Emperor for Pisces? What is the Emperor for Pisces? So there's somebody here that could be mature, someone that may be in a position of power, authority. It could be a father. There's something that they're doing. They're rushing to do something here. What is this? Knight of Swords with the Emperor. What are they running towards or away from, perhaps? You could have run away. So the present energy is the Emperor and this Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Son of a bitch. Let's just get one. There we go. Yeah, there's somebody that I feel like you are holding back from here. Someone that's trying to control. I feel like the Emperor energy, for some reason, I feel like this could be you. It's like you're trying to control yourself from blowing off some steam. It's like you're trying to hold back from saying, it's like when I look at the expression on this person's face, on the knight's face, it's like this is somebody that's kind of pissed. You know, they've got something to say and they want to hurry up and say it. But I feel like this is a very controlled energy of you here. And you're holding back. It's like you had to hold back from blurting something out or making, you know. And this is a very self-contained energy because you could be dealing with someone that was very self-centered, self-absorbed. It's a wish fulfillment as well, yeah. But it's also like, in order to get your wish, you have to be that wish. It's like somebody here that they don't look like they're fully their wish yet. They look like they're very closed off. You've got this entitled kind of energy coming from somebody here. Very entitled energy. So what is the Sun? So somebody could have acted very childish here in the center of the reading. Something may be exposed with the Sun. What is the Sun for Pisces? The Three of Cups. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, okay, Pisces. Oh my goodness, the King of Wands as well. The Fool on the bottom. Pisces, it looks like something's going to be happening soon. If it isn't happening already, it looks like it's going to be happening. You have this very happy energy. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, depending on surrounding cards. Well, surrounding cards, hello. You've got the Three of Cups, a celebration, a good time. There's something about a gathering, going out with friends, having a good time. Or this could even be some kind of reunion with somebody from your past, someone you haven't seen for a long time and you're happy to see them. But you've got something about a new opportunity here, and this is about growth and expansion. It's about a breakthrough. And I see you being offered this chance to take this wand, like the King of Wands here, and use this to your benefit, your advantage. So there's something about taking action. There could be a fire sign coming towards you here. Got fire energy, Leo, Aries. Some of you could already be dealing with somebody like that. I see you may have walked away from somebody's slow movement in the past as well, Pisces. It's like there's something that, someone that moved super slow, if at all. But there's been healing. There's, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. It's like a cycle may be over, or it could be about to repeat. But I feel like you or someone walked away from this energy before, and then you've got this new energy here. So what is the Knight of Wands? The Knight of Wands is very fast energy. It's not the fastest knight, it's the second fastest. The fastest is the Knight of Swords. You've got somebody coming towards you, Pisces, shortly. Look, there's somebody here holding the world in their hand, and they're planning something. They're about to do something here. They're looking off to the future. They're envisioning what it is that they want in life. They're making a decision. They're planning something. And with the world in their hand, it's like having a phone now is like having the world in your hands, right? You know, the World Wide Web at a touch of a button, blah, blah, blah. Sound like an advert, I know. But basically, that's what it is. There's somebody that's thinking of calling you here. They may have been planning. Yeah, there could be silence between you and someone. An unexpected offer coming out of nowhere almost. With this potential for happiness with the Four of Wands. Could be someone that you were in a marriage with, a relationship already, or had the potential of being a relationship, a happy one. But it looks like someone's decided to move now. They've done the planning, they've made the decision. They may have been in the crossroads, but now they're finally deciding to move forwards. There's action coming in. Let me just move this camera a little bit. There we go, so we can see those bottom cards. Okay. Spirits, tell me about the Empress in reverse for Pisces. Thank you. The Chariot. Travel. Things moving fast. Cancer energy. Tell me more about this Chariot with the Empress in reverse. I see you moving around fast. I see you doing a lot, traveling here and there. I see you doing a lot for other people, Pisces, even in the near future. Or for someone here. It could be that you, whoever this person is, there could literally be distance. There's waiting for ships to come in. There's an ocean between you and this person. I see you kind of neglecting yourself, your rest, your beauty sleep, your downtime for this thing to get moving, Pisces, in the near future. King of Pentacles. What did I write? Yeah, like with this deck here. This deck here, the big ass deck. Yeah, so it looks like there's this King of Pentacles. It could even be about your money. It could be someone that you withdrew from, or there's very withdrawn energy here. Virgo energy. Aquarius with the star. Somebody that's healing. The Lovers. Oh my goodness. Gemini energy. There's somebody that still has love for you. They could be at a distance. They're pining. I feel like this person's pining over you. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles with the Chariot and the Empress in reverse. There's somebody that's thinking about investing in this. It could even be your energy wondering whether to invest in this, because it's taking away from your energy here as the Empress in reverse. Is it worth me investing in this? Because you know that there's something about a lot of work here. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles for Pisces in the near future. What is the Eight of Pentacles? You've got Justice, Libra energy. You've got the Queen of Cups. And you have the Four of Cups. There's someone younger here. If they're not younger in age, they definitely, they're younger in a sense compared to you, emotionally, mentally perhaps, experience-wise. But there's someone here that wants to put some kind of work in. The balance may have been off before, but they want to get the balance right. There's the Queen of Cups, being in your emotion here and going with your intuition about whether to take this offer. But I feel like you know that it could be worth it in the end, but it is going to be work. So there's someone that you still have feelings for, Pisces. Yeah, Pisces. Excuse me. What is the Queen of Pentacles? So you got the Queen of Pentacles here, which is you being, not really having to be in a connection for stability wise. I feel like whatever you have it, you know, from your own doing. And with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like there's somebody here that felt like they didn't have enough to give you because they see you in such a high regard. Two of Swords. They see you in such a high regard, like, you know, you are accomplished, you are independent, you work hard, you have a good income, or even if you don't, you're more stable than this person. So this person's got self-limiting beliefs here about themselves. Somebody may have even lost their job. There even could be something about somebody losing their job, needing some kind of help, I don't know. Or they just feel like they don't make as much as you. In fact, let me just have a look and exactly what it says about that. Page of Pentacles in reverse. There we are. Oh, okay. It could even mean that somebody that's lazy, avoids work, unmotivated, wants success without the work. Ah, okay, that applies for a relationship too. This is who this is. They want a relationship, they want success, but without putting the work in, but they ignored what this involves, just exactly what this involves, and especially if there is a distance between you and this person. But I feel like this is going to get you in your head about, should I just ignore this person? Should I just like carry on ignoring them? Because I do feel like with that High Priestess, you were actually ignoring this person or just not speaking to them. And now you may be like thinking about just going back to that energy, because this is just going to fuck with your head again. It's just going to cause more mind games. It's like, I'm not going to be the one, excuse me, to put the work in here, because I've already been the one to put the work in the last time, and look, and things have not changed. Being taken for granted because of your good nature and because of your loving energy, and because someone feels like, you know, you don't have other options, or but it's not that you don't have other options, it's just that you're not out there actively seeking them all the time like most people are, because you're pretty much self-contained. In fact, they did say that Pisces is one of the signs that can actually live okay in solitude, like even in prison. Like a lot of Pisceans are in prison, so you've got that I don't know if you've seen the fish, and it's like one, well, you obviously have one's going one way, one's going the other way, the saint and the sinner. And Pisces is either the saint or the sinner. So there's two types of Pisces out there. Because everybody thinks Pisces is all nice and sweet. Well, I've had relationships with the Pisces before, and I got cheated on. They were druggies. They were just violent and horrible and abusive. They were basically jail bait. Well, one of them was anyway. Not that he may be in jail, I don't know. But you know what I mean? It's like you can't say everybody's capable. Every sign, every sex is capable of doing nasty things to one another. So I don't like generalizing when people say, I'll never go out with an Aries, I'll never go out with this sign or that sign. I think that's pigeonholing. I think that's very narrow-minded. You have to look at the person's natal chart as a whole, not just their sun sign or whatever. You have to look at it, you know, so many different factors. But it's a way of pigeonholing everybody and sticking them in a little box. And we are not to be put in boxes. No one should be put in a box. Unless they're deed. Unless you're deed hen. You've got the hermit. That's your energy, Pisces. So yeah, I just feel like that is pretty much why you're happy being on your own. Look, I mean, this is basically my sun sign here, the Hangman, and my moon sign. Doesn't that tell you a lot about me? I'm not relationship material, but I know that about myself because I'm happy in my solitude. But it looks like you are moving on from this. So let's just see what you have on the bottom of the deck here, Pisces. And I'm not the only one with Pisces Sun. There's a few that I've read in the comments that have that, the same as me. Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, or somewhere in their chart they've got that, that makeup. Another factor is Libra in your chart as well. If Libra is in Uranus, I don't like saying Uranus, but I've said it anyway. There you go. It tells you a lot about you needing your freedom in a relationship. Because Uranus is Aquarius energy and it's emotionally detached. Libra is another air sign. Usually it's about partnerships, but because it's in Uranus, the partnership sign, the 7th house of the zodiac, Libra, all about needing a relationship, wanting a relationship, is in Aquarius, which is a relationship with humanity, you know. So it's a very kind of light, it's nothing deep, it's nothing connected. And I actually have that Libra in Uranus. So you need to learn more about yourselves and why sometimes we struggle with our relationships. We just need to look at our natal chart. Right, 3 of Pentacles. What is the 3 of Pentacles for my beautiful Pisces? So there's something here about collaboration. But what is this? I don't know if I like this deck. It's pissing me off. Deck, you're pissing me off. There you go. Yeah, there's some... Oh my God, and look what else came out. Just because I said the deck was pissing me off, and it doesn't want to piss me off. You don't want to piss me off, dude, I'm telling you. 10 of Cups, a reunion, love. Someone's in their emotions here. Someone wants you back. Someone's pining for you, Pisces. They have hope and faith for the future. They're trying to heal after you. Yeah, you're a wish fulfillment here. Okay, so Pisces, tell me more. There's an earth sign again. Knight of Pentacles, somebody that moves really slow. Yeah, look, they're making you an offer. This is what you don't see coming in on the back of the deck. The one that broke your heart. I feel like they're coming in with an apology. The one that took you for granted. The one that dicked you around. Maybe they've been out and they've lived in the real world and they've seen just how hard it is to find a decent person. Somebody that actually will love them, won't run around on them. Somebody that doesn't just have their looks to offer them, because looks do fade and you can see past the looks and find a monster. You know, somebody that realizes your worth now because they've been out there and they've met some absolute freaking nightmares, you know, it's just awful, awful people that are shallow as hell. So they're coming back. Page of Wands. What is this message? So there's a message coming in. What is the Page of Wands? could be a fire sign. There's a message that's going to get you in your head overthinking something here. Oh my goodness, because this is the one. This is supposed to be the one you're supposed to be with. But you guys are not talking right now. I feel like that's going to change. Look, you've got the Tower. There's something shocking. And when it comes to this, maybe you feel this is about to happen, but when it comes to this silence, the silence is going to be disrupted. The silence is over. The Tower is something that's over. Well, this silence is going to be over. Maybe you even being single is going to be over. It's over, Pisces, it's over. Yeah, something like that. Dice. Skiddly ivy divey. Where's my dice? There it is. What have you done to my dice, Pice? Pice. The dice for Pice. Here we go. My little kid made that. I think that was that Ellie or Tom? I think that might have been my Thomas when he was at nursery, and I've kept it all this time. Isn't that so cute? I'm like such a good mum. You've got Aquarius, you've got Pisces, you've got Sagittarius, you've got Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo again, earth signs very strong, Taurus again, yeah, earth signs are strong, Cancer, Pisces again, let's just do 2 more after this one, Aquarius, Capricorn again, last one, Gemini. Alright, so let's see what your oracle messages are, and in fact, let's just see what this person wants to say to you, Pisces, first. What do they want to say to my beautiful Pisces? Because they have to run it by me first. Yes, you have to all run it by me. I'm in charge of the cards. 2 more night shifts to go. And then I'm free as a jaybird. Actually, I love night shifts. When I was working the day shift, you guys, it was, you get to work with people that it's like I would never speak to in captivity. I would never, out in the wild, I would never associate with them, and yet you have to work with them, and you think, these people, you spend more of your time actually at work than you do at home. But then when you're at home, you're sleeping most of it, right? I was like, I am not going to live my life spending it, most of my life, what rest of it I have, with people that I cannot stand, that I really do not like. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going on the night shift, and then that way it's just me and the person that I'm looking after, and I'm like, this is, I'm so glad, because everyone's like, oh, I couldn't do the night shift, blah 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 blah, but it's like, well, I can't, so I'm working with yous and being taken advantage of, because I'm like literally the only drivers. Now I know in America most people actually have a car, they have to drive, you have no choice, but over here you've got a lot of women especially that don't drive. They either have a partner that drives, the husband, but they don't drive themselves, and then they're looking to me to give them a lift home, and I'm like, no, so I had enough of it, and now I'm out of that situation. But I just do not like working with the majority of people. But there are some really lovely staff that I did get on with, that I still do see from time to time, and they happen to be younger. Like, I find women my own age, bar maybe 1 or 2 of them, are absolutely horrendous, and the way they treat the young ones is awful. But yeah, so night shifts for me, perfect. Okay, what does this person want to say? Okay, so this one here that's showing up, you've got, why can't I tell you the truth? I don't know, you tell me. Somebody, Pisces, doesn't know why they can't tell you the truth. And you know why I feel that is? Because I do feel like this person was keeping things from you, but I feel like they let it get too far. And the longer they left it, the harder. It's like that old thing, isn't it? It's like the longer you leave something, the harder it gets to come out with the truth, It gets to that point of making them look ridiculous because they didn't tell you sooner. I can't do this right now. I long for your kiss. Last one. Last for one for what they want to say to Pisces. What do they want to say? Excuse me. Will this pain ever stop? Will this pain ever stop? What do you want to say to them, Pisces? Let's see if this is true. What does Pisces want to say to this person? Let's just do maybe 2 cards in a nutshell. What does Pisces want to say? Why do I feel so lost? Anything else for Pisces? What they want to say? So this person kind of made you feel lost because you didn't know whether you were coming or going with the mind games and all the rest of it. The passion is too much. And you also wonder, why am I always, like with that Hermit card, it's like, why am I always thinking about this person and I haven't spoke to them in a few months or whatever, however long it's been. Why am I thinking about them, wondering what they're up to, like wondering where they are and what's going on in their life? Because I feel that's pretty much the energy. For some it's crying at night. I'm obsessed with you. Whoever that's meant to be for. Let's see what the advice is. Let's see what messages from the Cosmic Oracle we have. All right, what messages do you have for Pisces? What messages do you have for Pisces? You have the power to create the life and love. Remember that. To create the life you love. Remember that, yeah. Manifesting, the magician. You're the magician right now, Pisces. You're turning whatever your dreams are into reality. You must forgive if you want. If you want. You must forgive if you want. Oh, and then it says down here, to be free, do it for yourself. It's almost like it's expecting you to read it in 2 parts. It's like, you must forgive if you want. To be free, do it for yourself. Stupid cars. And then you have on the bottom here, let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. All of them, Pisces. Even the ones that scare you. Oh dear, you need a little bit of silliness every now and again. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it here at 48 minutes exactly. And it's actually past that now. And I will speak to you guys tomorrow, okay? Love you guys. Thanks for being here, Pisces. Have a wonderful Sunday.